Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the Mood Food Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Gordon.
And I'm your co-host, Othell Garman.
We are coming to you from beautiful Point Loma Nazarene University's property here on the beautiful Point Loma area here in Sandiego. And we are right on the water. As you can see behind us, it might be a little overcast, but the day is still beautiful. We're right on the coast, and we are delighted to have you along with us today. Thank you to all of you who are liking, subscribing, and following and making this podcast a worldwide success. We are grateful to you. Today marks the first episode of Season 2, and thanks for being along with us today. Today, we're going to be talking about creating joy and satisfaction in your life and what that looks like. We need more of that, don't we?
Oh, we sure do. Joy, joy, joy.
I've got the joy down in my heart. Where? Okay. We don't want to lose listeners, but so we appreciate everyone being with us today. And we just hope that this podcast does bring some joy to your lives out there, and that it hopefully adds some positivity, because that's where you really need to dig deep and find whenever you are embraced with things that just are otherwise can be pretty bad for you and negative for you. It's important that you take these tips and continue to use them in your daily walk, and that means being embedded in your faith and what brings you joy. And so today, all of us have lots of things on our to-do list. It seems like I have a list of things to do each and every day, and I feel very obligated to get that done. And if I don't, then I feel like it's doom and gloom sometimes, as you may know. I'm pretty structured.
Yeah. Well, I have a to-do list for a to-do list, so...
Yes, so...
it just keeps getting longer and longer.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Exactly. But the point is, pencil in yourself on your to-do list. You have to do that. You have to take time out and put yourself number one on the list. Because if you don't, you'll get buried by everything else that comes your way. And you won't have any time to focus on yourselves. And so it's important that you do that. Pencil in yourself. Add those pleasurable things to your life. You won't regret it. So studies show that laughing as a pleasurable mechanism in your life and coping skill is very beneficial. It helps to decrease pain. It may help your heart and lungs, bring in some more oxygen, and promotes muscle relaxation and can reduce anxiety. I know we laugh a lot, don't we?
We do, yes. Did you know that I heard in this study that adults laugh, it takes them about a month to laugh 3,000 times, whereas on the average, in a kid about 4 or 5, they laugh about 3,000 times a day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I think we need to laugh more. Adults, we need to stop being serious and laugh more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing we can't make it through as long as you put forth the effort and the positive coping skills to make it through. You're going to make it. Because positive emotions, folks, can decrease the stress hormones that build up in your body and keep circulating and feeding that negative energy and those thoughts. And so you want to make sure that you use coping skills that decrease that impact on the stress hormones, and that you want to build positive emotional support and strength. And make sure that you pencil in some time to do those leisure activities. We like to go and try different places to film. Now that we are permanently here in Sandiego, it is great to be home, and I have transferred to the Naval Medical Center and actually to a different branch of service, but more to follow on that as you hear more about the good things that the good Lord in heaven has worked out for us. Amen. Really and truly has made a lot of impossible things very possible, and I try to maintain that positive mindset because I know who is in control at the end of each day. So make sure you pencil in some times to do some leisure activities. Make sure that you don't become overwhelmed by trying to pencil in so many things, but do things that bring you joy. Get back into those hobbies and of doing things that are positive for you. For example, make sure that you go hiking. Make sure that you get back into art. If you like to draw, if you like to paint, do videos, listen to music, play a guitar, pick up an instrument of any sort. But make sure that you are embedding yourself in those positive things. Pick up some joke books or some other humorous materials to make yourself available to laugh. it's very important that you do that. Strengthen your funny bone. You want to do that, right? Because I know he's ticklish. It's so you want to make sure that you do that. You want to put together a collection of sayings and photos that bring you joy, that make you reminded of those positive times in your life out there. That if you are drowning by the negativity, put together some of those things, and keep a humor tape in the car. Or now that dates us, right? I said tape, but you can listen to podcasts. You can listen to other mechanisms, other shows that bring you happiness and joy and make you smile. And while we were in Korea and in Guam, we listened to the Steve Harvey Morning Show a lot, and the pranks that they would do on people. And good Lord, if you want to see people get stirred up like a hornet's nest, especially the church folks. Now, I'm not knocking any church folks or anything, but good Lord, whoo. They'll chew you up and spit you out just like that and tell you, I don't know. You'll have to listen to it. They were really funny. But that kept that going. That started the morning with some positivity and laughter, as Othell was sharing earlier. We need to do that more. Try to laugh at some of the hassles in life that we go through. I know, like for us, when we moved and everything, that felt like, I don't know. Well, he knows. Because I said it several times, but I'm not going to say it because some of the folks might not like that. But it was disorganized. I felt that it was disorganized, but I still tried. All I could do was laugh at ourselves at the end of the day from moving about the piles of stuff. And also, it helped us realize we need to downsize a lot. So that brings us satisfaction and joy of being able to part with some of the things that I know, like, it doesn't, if I haven't seen it in 6 years, there's probably, the emotional attachment is gone. I'm sorry. I didn't even know I had it. So it's like, bye. Yeah. So you want to try to make sure you try to find some some laughter in the hassles of life that we encounter. Finding what's a bit absurd or amusing in a challenging situation just might offer the relief that you need to get through it. Find some fun, whether it is playing golf or goofing around. Having fun isn't just, fun. It also promotes overall well-being and success of your life. You need to put those positive affirmations into your life and your existence. You won't regret it, and you'll see how those things play out. Yeah, exactly. And I know we've experienced that. Oh, yeah. Also, finding some fun in social support, chances of building confidence. You need to make sure that you use positive distractions as you go through the difficulties, and use things that will emotionally uplift you, like maybe your church, maybe music, maybe drawing, maybe listening to podcasts like ours. Hint, hint. But just things that you can find that's going to boost your mood and your overall impact and decrease the overall impact of what may be negative happening in your life right now. So I think for a lot of us, we can get caught up in that, and it's very easy to do so. Find some free time that you can afford to scratch off some things off your calendar, and that can be very gratifying if you feel like you've got a lot to do and you're getting overwhelmed. Do something for a loved one. Be kind. Be kind to your neighbor. Change your perspective of things, whether what political party or affiliation some folks are acquainted with. Be kind. Be supportive. We all need each other. We're not enemies with each other. We need each other to get through the daily obstacles that life throws at us. We're all on the same team. We should be. We're on this earth for a reason. And that we need to really get back to the basics and find what in part of you gives you that positivity when you are around others. And it actually produces those hormones needed to boost your mood when you do something good for someone. What do you think about that? I'm doing all the talking still. I thought for season 2 I could just pull him out of his shell, and I'm still talking.
You're doing good. You're hitting the key points. That's all that matters.
I'm hitting the key points. All right. And, you may want to do some things that involve boosting your own relationship and your marriages out there. I know that's what we like to try to do, is hike and get out and about and see parts of San Diego that I'm from here. And so I'm trying to get him more acquainted with it and get him more introduced to it. One of the things, though, is traffic. Good Lord in heaven. Talk about positive vibes and needing to have those affirmations and that decrease that negative self-talk, because traffic here in Southern California, we are getting back to pre-COVID levels. And so it'll kind of work your nerves. So you want to make sure that you have that positive CD or podcast playing. to help decrease the stressors of being caught in some pretty hefty traffic. All right, so what's your flow? What's going to work for you? That's things you have to dig deep inside to really try to understand what you've tried in the past. And I always tell people, you may have tried it, but how much effort did you give to it? I'm a firm believer that sometimes you're just not ready to try things, and so you're going to probably not do it to your fullest abilities because that change, that readiness to change is not there. But if you're ready, you're going to invest the time and efforts into making sure that if your mood gets to start to take that nosedive, you're going to do things needed to kind of pick you back up again and surround yourself with positive people to help you if you're having difficulties with that. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, be consistent at it. Don't do it today and then forget about it tomorrow. And then it's like you're reliving things, and it's like every day's a new day. Every day will bring new obstacles to face and new challenges to face. But use those things that you know that works for you to get through those times. And be supportive to yourself. Be patient with yourself.
Exactly.
I think that's a hard thing, is being patient.
Being patient.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. It's hard to do that sometimes. Some self-care items that we want you to focus on as we start season 2. Get a therapeutic massage. Now that some of the COVID restrictions have lifted, make sure you be around some places that are safe. But it can relieve that muscle tension, or have your spouse, loved one, give you a massage. Stimulate the body's natural painkillers and boost your immune system when you get a massage. It can also help you feel less anxious and more relaxed. Light a candle in a safe area. Put some incense on. Do something. Put some relaxing music on. And you'll see the results. You will feel the results. And also people will notice the results. Meditate, pray, exercise. Do something that's really going to help you and get through those times. It will help slow things down so that you can focus more on what you need to focus on. And that's yourself, your family, your health. Take a natural break. That's like going for a scenic walk, mindfulness. We're out here, the wind is blowing. I feel like that we should be flying a kite right now, but I have the drone, so we're going to be flying that. But that's what we enjoy doing. He likes photography. I like drone flying and taking aerial photography. And that's what we do sometimes. Even when the weather doesn't permit or our moods are just kind of like, what do you want to do today? It's important that we embrace the things that we know what works and it's fun. What do you like about photography?
I just like catching those moments, like looking for different types of scenes and just capturing that moment.
Okay. And the colors. You took a really good picture at one of the parks we went to that I did a video on, MacArthur Park. He took a really good picture and actually caught a bumblebee pollinating. It looked like a flower. And so I want to get that put on a matte finish and we can hang it on the wall, because you can go back, and that goes back to what I was mentioning earlier. Get a book out, put some pictures in there. It's going to remind you of those good times. And it will help you get out of those stuck moments that otherwise might really keep you from moving forward. And so I would say if you're feeling better and you notice someone who's struggling, help them out. Give them some of the pointers that you have been listening to and adhering to and applying to your own life. And you're going to see those positive changes in them as well. And you'll feel good about helping them get through that.
Exactly.
Well, I think that will wrap up, not unless you want to talk about anything else. I have a lot more, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking. So, as usual.
I have a quote.
I want you to, well, let me read their reviews first, and then we'll close out with a quote.
All right.
So we have a review, and if you haven't already done so, leave us a review on the Apple Podcast platform, or send us an email, moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com. I cannot talk. Maybe it's because it's cold up here on this point. But, and also, too, you can also leave us a message or send us something on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page, Mood Food Podcast, or our YouTube channel, Mood Food Podcast. And so today we hear from Miss Bernice Garman from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hi, Mom.
So we wanted to send shouts out to her. She's a very faithful listener as well. And she put, your podcast is on point. And we were listening to the entire conversation. And she also said, keep up the good work. Love you guys. And we love you too.
Love you too, Mom.
Yeah, we appreciate all of our faithful listeners around the world. Thank you for letting us start season 2 with a bang here. And we're trying some new things. And we have a lot of great blessings to tell you what's coming forward. Like I said, a lot of positive changes, and I look forward to telling you more about that as you, the faithful listeners, continue to listen to this podcast. So go ahead, you read your quote, and then I'll read the couple that I have.
Okay, my quote says, "The art of being happy is to be satisfied with what you have."
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, a lot of people always chase what they don't have.
Yeah.
And you forget about the blessings that you do have. And you really need to focus on what's going right in your life versus what's going wrong. Because that really does, a gratitude list. And I've said that many episodes. Make a gratitude list because it'll help you find that you are happy and you're the richest person in the world because of the things that are going right in your life. Now, I got a couple here. The greatest challenge in life is discovering who you are. The second greatest is being happy with what you find. That kind of goes back to yours. Yeah, being happy with what you find and who you are in life. And the last one to wrap things up, a secret to happiness is letting every situation be what it is instead of what you think it should be. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up today's episode. We really appreciate your time. And thank you for being with us today. God bless you. Keep up the awesome work. We are super proud of you, and we look forward to talking with you more on the Mood Food Podcast Season 2. And if you have any show ideas, let us hear from you. moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us, like us, and subscribe to us on our Instagram, YouTube channel, and Facebook page. Would you like to say any closing remarks?
No, you said it all. Just thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
The support.
Absolutely. I'm your host, Jason Gordon.
And I'm your co-host, Othell Garman.
And we'll talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.